Good day, YouTube. Welcome back to my neck of the woods. My name's Dika, where I share my experiences, my knowledge, try to lessen your learning curve along the way. So today I'm going to talk about my best bass baits, the ones that I like the best, the ones that I always have tied on, and the ones that have proved themselves over the years. They always catch fish all the time. So before I get started, please subscribe to my page, ring that bell, make some comments, and like my page, and check out some of my other videos too. All right, so here we go. First one is a spinnerbait, and I have a particular spinnerbait that I use too, so it's not like just any spinnerbait, and it's like this with all these. These are sort of generic lures, but I have a specific one that I use that I know that works all the time, and I would think that it would work all the time for anyone else also. This one's made by, well, I thought I had another one here in the box. Oh, I do, right here. So this is made by River to Sea. It's a Minnow signature. It's called the Bling. It's been around for a while. This one's a 3/8 ounce, and my favorite one is the Bluegill. Where I fish predominantly, bluegill are a huge bait fish for bass. If they're the same for you, I mean, use it up, you know. So this one's 3/8 of an ounce. It comes in a 1/2 ounce also, and it's good all the time. This is my favorite color. I've caught tons of fish on this, and the good thing about a spinnerbait is it's so versatile. You can really throw it anywhere. I mean, except for like thick mats and stuff, but you can roll it through lily pads. It's relatively weedless, and the good thing about a spinnerbait is you can fish it really fast, you can fish it really slow, and then on those days where nothing's hitting and you feel like you need to slow it down, like you grab a stick bait or you grab a jig or something like that, you can. Someone told me a while back that you can do the same thing with the spinnerbait. You can really slow it down. And what I do is I'll take something like a paddle tail or something, but what I do is I'll take the Gambler Big Easy, and I will take that and I will put that on the back of my spinnerbait as a trailer. And it's huge. It's absolutely huge. It makes a bigger profile, makes for a heavier bait, but it really, oh, I forgot about the garlic smell of these. But it really will slow it down a lot. So I'll take it, and I'll just thread it through like I would do any other type of trailer. This is my favorite color. I believe that this is the watermelon. Yeah, watermelon. What that does is that turns that into a massive lure, but it really slows it down. I think it looks gorgeous. So that's this is my favorite baits. I think I got 5 of them, and they're in no particular order. I usually have at least 5 rods with me at any given time, and I got all of these tied on, and then I'll go from there. I'll switch it out. Sometimes it's a matter of color. I'll just switch out the color and try something new. But this is really good. That's with the Gambler Big Easy on it, and it's a beautiful bait. They also sell one in the Bling series that comes with 2 big willow blades. I believe that's a 1/2 ounce one, and then one with like a brass one and a silver one. But I like the silver ones. I don't know if you noticed, but these are really thin, really thin. I mean, so thin that I could just take it and bend it with my hand like that. But anyway, that's my spinnerbait setup. Put that off to the side here. Like I said, these are in no particular order. The second one that is a go-to bait is any type of stick bait. But I have a particular stick bait that I use, and I kind of have a particular color that I use almost all the time. So this one's by Reaction Innovations, and this is called, it's the Pocket Rocket SS, and this is called the Magic Craw Swirl. Now, pull it out of the package here and I'll show it to you. I'm a huge fan of wacky rigging, like a stick bait, and it just has great movement. It really does. You can put it right in the middle there on that, and it just, all these ridges give it a nice wobble, and it moves well, and it's salted, so it's kind of heavy, and you can toss it out there. Hopefully you can see this color. The color, it's almost a mix between like a black and blue and a green pumpkin. So this is like a green pumpkin with black flake, and then it has this sort of bluish gray swirl with a little bit of blue flake in it. So I used to use, and I still use, I use Biospawn, and the color is almost identical. The color on this Biospawn is Okeechobee Craw. And I'll show you the color on it. It's almost identical. It's a mix between that black and blue that we use all the time, all of us use it, and that green pumpkin, which is another popular color, and it's just a mix between them. And this, I would wacky rig these too. It has that those similar ridges to it, where you can, this one's just a little beefier, and it, I think it's more, it's denser too, so you might get a couple more fish out of it. All right, so stick baits is a good one. Put these away. Next on the list is an all-time favorite, the Dimiki Air Frog. It kills them. It kills them. When that topwater bite is on, it's on. So a friend of mine turned me on to this, and he would fish a white one all the time. But I really like that green pumpkin, the green pumpkin with the red flake. So this is the Domiki Air Frog. It's a buzz frog, but it floats. It's got these googly eyes on it. And it has this hard piece in the middle. It's an air bladder, which keeps it afloat, and it will always, like, say you chuck it out there and it lands upside down, it's always going to turn over. The air bladder is balanced, so to speak. Best way to hook this up is with a beast owner hook, with one of those swim bait hooks. And what you do is you take it and you drill it right in there, and then there's a little ridge right there that you put the hook through, and then when the barb comes up through the other end, it goes through there. It's a great frog, and it's got a really big profile, and you would think that, you know, you're just going to catch those big fish with it, but the little fish hit it too. And especially with that big hook, go bigger the better on the Dimiki Air Frog. I mean, the owner beast hook, I think it's an 8/0 hook, and you would think that, like, even those little fish aren't going to hit it, but they do. I mean, even a small fish, their mouth get right around it, and they absolutely nail it. Great bait, Dimiki Air Frog. All right, what do I got next here? I have, it's still in the package, so I'll take it out. The Huddleston grass minnow. Some of my buddies make fun of me. Like, you use that stupid thing? Let me take it out of the package here. I meant to take it out. It's a great bait. Absolutely love it. Absolutely kills it. And it's relatively mindless. It's just a straight retrieve. You know, you can burn it. I usually just slow roll it through, like, submerged grass or even lily pads, or just even open water. You know, it's really good. It's got that hook right in there. I think the only downside of it is sometimes it's tough to get a hook set, because it's a small hook and a small bait. So sometimes you'll go and set the hook and you'll end up pulling it right out. But it's a really, really good bait. I love it. Love it, love it. So, Huddleston grass minnow. I think they're $9, you know, but you usually have to buy them off Tackle Warehouse or the actual Huddleston. But a lot of times they're sold out. You know, the only downside, another downside of this, it's not very durable. You might get, like, I don't know, 10 fish on it at the most. Or if they're really nailing it, I use some of that, I forget what it's called, but the glue that you use to glue your soft plastics together, I'll get some of that. And, like, if the tail's coming off or it gets ripped, I'll put some of that on it. It works great. All right, Huddleston grass minnow. And then, last but not least, the mother of all my favorite baits is a chatterbait. None other than the jackhammer. Jackhammer is a wonderful, wonderful bait. And, you know, is it worth the money? I think it's upwards of $15, sometimes more, depending on where you're buying it. But I think you can get on eBay or even Tackle Warehouse. Ooh, got myself on that. Sorry, I'm going to try to open it here. There we go. All right, what color was this? This is one of my favorite colors. I forgot what it was already. Anyway, it's like a bluegill color. Oops, trying not to stick myself. Now the jackhammer is really, really small profile compared to, like, the Project Z chatterbaits or whatnot. I think it's worth it it has a smaller profile, it's a smaller bait, but the action starts so much quicker. And the components that it's made of are just higher quality than the other ones. Even the skirt. The skirt's excellent, really made well. Even it's got an eye. The paint on the head keeps up better. The hook it's more stout, and everything just lasts better. Now this is a 3/8 of an ounce. You can get I like the 3/8 of an ounce because I add a trailer to it all the time, and this is one of the trailers that I'll add. So I it's a Kitech 4-inch shiner, easy shiner, Kitech easy shiner. I'll add that, and that just adds a little extra weight to it. Like I said, it's not like the spinnerbait. The spinnerbait, I only add the trailer to it if I really need to slow it down, and I need a slower bait than I want to stick with the spinnerbait. But this one, I always use a trailer on it. Now I use one of two. Another good thing about this is the bait keeper on it is much better than just that little sort of notch that you get on the Project Z's. So we got this one. No, little paddle tail right in there. Gives it a great little profile. Looks just like a fish to me. Another one that I use, if you haven't seen my, I'll use this one. I'll use the D-Shads, Yamamoto ones. It's very similar in color. So it's got that sort of green pumpkin with blue flake in there, but this works also. Works really good in there. It'd be a little bit longer, give it a little bit longer tail. But also, it's a great bait. It's by far one of my favorites. I'm reluctant to spend $15 on a bait, but it really works. I'm able to sharpen the hooks back up, and we can go from there. All right, so that's what I got for you. Those are what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 baits, but these are my best baits. These are the ones I always have tied on, and they work all the time. Almost every time I've gone out, I've caught a fish on at least one of these. I tend to throw the spinnerbait a real lot, and then I'll throw the chatterbait too. And then the frog is on those hot summer days or even early spring days or whatnot when the water temperature's getting up, when they start getting into the shallows. But anyway, those are my best baits. Check them out. They all work. They all work for me. I would think that they would all work for you too. Be well. Subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.